recipe is a little bit like a lazy Sunday roast. This is my chicken ballotine, which is stuffed with stuffing, and you can choose whatever stuffing you want. I've gone with a nice pork and sage and onion stuffing in the middle. Then I've wrapped that in streaky bacon. These are quite large, so if you want to share them or, you know, make 2 or 3 between, you know, 4 of you, then you could do that. Or if you've got a big appetite and you're not serving a lot with it, then just go for it. Delicious with gravy, with roast potatoes, mash, vegetables, that type of thing. It's really quite simple to achieve. A little bit of a different technique, this one, so I think you're going to enjoy this. I'm wrapping them in cling film, and we're actually going to poach them to start with, and then we're going to crispen them up afterwards. So I hope you enjoyed today's recipe. Don't forget to hit the like button for me, and also subscribe if you're new here at Susannah's Kitchen. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I do appreciate it. And I hope this gives you a little bit of an idea of something different that you can make in your Ninja Foodi by just using a little bit of a different technique here. And also my thoughts with this one is maybe you're only cooking your Christmas dinner for 1 or 2 of you. So you want something smaller that you can create but still is quite special and tastes really, really good. So let's go and start prepping and let's get cooking. This is my quick and easy way of making a roast dinner. So you've got the flavours here. We've got chicken, we've got some stuffing. I've got a sage and onion stuffing here. I'm just seasoning the chicken breasts, and I've flattened those chicken breasts out, as you can see, to give us the most area possible. I've then got some streaky bacon. So let's begin. Let's start with this one, shall we? Let's get our stuffing in the middle. Let's give that a turn around. And what we want to do is we want to try and encase the stuffing using our chicken breast. So just pull that round. Now the bacon is going to hold all of this together, so don't worry if you've got any little gaps. Just want to try and get the chicken surrounding it the best you possibly can. And then I grab my streaky bacon and I start to twist that around your chicken. Now you can use as much or as little as you wish in terms of the bacon. Just give it a little stretch out, because you do find with streaky bacon it will stretch out a little bit. We do want to make sure that it is covered. Now you might find that these are quite large and you don't necessarily need 1 per person. So with this you could, you know, be cooking them and then slicing this up, and then that way your food's going to go that bit further as well. So I'm going to carry on here and get that end all sealed up. Now a little tip as well is to get a piece of cling film and place this on the cling film and roll this up tightly. There you go. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Nice and tight. And then you can squish in the ends and twist it. And by doing that, we create quite an even shape. Then this can sit in the fridge, so you can do this ahead of time. And by letting this sit in the fridge, that is going to firm up and hold its shape really nicely for us. So I'm going to do the other one and I'll come back. Now the thing I think you're going to find interesting about this is that I'm going to be poaching the chicken in the cling film, and then we're going to crispen up the bacon at the end. And the reason I'm doing this is to create the most moisture possible. Of course, you could put this onto steam meals, you could air fry it, you could bake them. There's so many different options. There's no right or wrong. With this method, you can kind of slow cook them first and then crisp them up at the end as well. That is a way of doing it. So there's a few different options with this recipe, but I wanted to show you something completely different here. Now I'm starting off with some hot water from my kettle. I've got this on SEAR and SAUTÉ. Just going to top that up a little bit more. So we want the water just to be a little simmer. and then we add in our chicken parcels. Now with these chicken parcels, I've double cling filmed them. So the technical name I think for this is a ballotine. That's what I know it as anyway. And I have done this on the hob before. So when we want to crisp up the bacon, we then have the option, don't we, of maybe air frying it, or we could just use sear and saute. So we've got a few options, and I'm not really sure. If I'm honest, I haven't decided what one I am going to do as yet. But I'm going to keep an eye on this water because I just want it to be simmering. I don't want it to go really crazy and be kind of bubbling away and boiling too much. But we're just getting that heat up. You can see some small little bubbles in there. I think I probably want to cook these for around 20 minutes. 20 to 25, I think, will be just about right. Okay, so I'm now going to lift these out and remove these from that hot water. Okay, so I've unwrapped those, and this is when my meat thermometer comes in so handy. So these are not cooked all the way through. If you want to simmer them for longer and cook them all the way through, then you can. But I've decided that I'm going to air fry those. So they had a good, I would say about 22 minutes, but you could go a bit longer. But I'm going to air fry those now, one to cook the bacon and to finish cooking the internal as well. And I'm going to keep an eye on them, and I'm going to use my thermometer to keep checking them. So I suggest that you do the same. Okay, let's cut into these. Which one do we start with? Ooh, I don't know which one to go with. Let's cut this one. Let's cut this one up so you can have a good look inside. Nice and juicy. Let's go on an angle and let's cut through. Oh, it is beautiful. Look at that. It's going to be hot, but I'm going to show you. Gorgeous. That chicken looks juicy, and we have got beautiful stuffing in the center. We've got crispy bacon, and I hope you can see what I mean about potentially one of these could feed more than one. Obviously, it depends who you're feeding. If it's my husband, then he'll easily eat one of these. But that is absolutely stunning. And how easy was that? Sear and saute, and then air fry. And using that thermometer made all the difference for me to be able to check that and know that I was safe to remove that. So I had 15 minutes on air fry just to make sure that bacon was nice and crispy and finished off cooking in the middle. I hope you've enjoyed today's recipe, a very easy lunch idea for a Sunday. This is a roast that is so easy to create. As you can see, I've put some sides with ours, and I am really looking forward to tucking in to that chicken and stuffing, and look at that crispy bacon. Absolutely delicious. Please don't forget to hit the like button for me and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.